Welcome. Today we are going to move through a yin class, a nice, slow, very relaxed, restorative type of class. Yin is where we hold poses for typically 3 to 5 minutes to really kind of release the myofascia in the body. So that is the connective tissue in the body that holds everything together, supports all the organs, wraps around the bones and all our joints. So this is a really nice, big relax, big release. Think about it like a full body massage. So yeah, we're just gonna get going. I'm gonna start by lying on our back and just opening with a little Zen meditation. So if you make your way to the floor and just come down to your back. And here we can either have the arms and legs extended, or if you feel like you want to, we can bring the soles of the feet together, the knees nice and wide into our reclined butterfly. We can place one hand on the belly, the womb, one hand up by the chest, on the heart, and gently start to close down the eyes if it feels safe to do so. Take a nice big inhale through the nose, and then an exhale, just sigh it out, release, let it go. Inhaling through the nose, and exhale, releasing. One more inhale, and exhale. And just gently settling into the body, not trying to force or control the breath in any way, merely observing it and just letting it be, letting the body rest. This is a gorgeous practice to do in the evening before bed, just to have a little unwind or relax, get yourself ready for sleeping. But I mean, it's also great for any other time of the day. So if you're doing this, maybe at lunchtime, maybe in the morning, I hope it brings some relaxation into the body. And just start to unclench the jaw, relax the shoulders. Try and release any tension we might be holding in the forehead, or the space between the eyes, our third eye. And just still here observing the breath as it enters and leaves the body. As we inhale, we feel the body expand. And as we exhale, we feel the body fall. And then one more breath here, inhale. And exhale, slowly start to blink the eyes open. And then we're slowly, gently, with absolutely no rush, just gonna start to think about moving. If we've got the knees together, we use the hands to just guide the knees closed, bringing knees up into our chest. Just gently giving the body a little rock from side to side. Just massaging that lower back into the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Whenever you feel ready, just rolling over onto one side, coming in to the fetal position. Just going to hold here for a moment before we slowly, gently, again with absolutely no rush, just making our way up to seated. Our first pose we're going to come to is child's pose, so a nice supported child's pose. If you've got a bolster, grab that bolster. If you don't, you can get some pillows, some cushions, maybe a sofa cushion, depends how big your sofa is, but just get anything that's nice and supportive, nice and comfy, maybe even a big jumper. That might be super cozy. but we're just gonna grab our bolster and place it down the center of the mat. We're gonna bring our knees mat width apart, big toes together, and we can play around with the positioning of this bolster. For me, I personally like to have it under the whole of my body, but you can kind of play around with it, have it more supportive towards the head. You can bring it under you slightly, or you can really bring it in, shuffle up to it, and then just lay the torso on to the bolster. Either maybe hug the bolster, maybe just let the arms hang heavy down by the side. And just take a moment here to really find comfort, find where you feel relaxed. There's no right, there is no wrong. Have a little play around, have a move, see what works for you. And I just want you to close down the eyes if it feels safe to do so whenever you're ready. Taking a nice big inhale through the nose and exhale it out. And just start to settle here. Start to allow the body to find stillness. Knowing that we all deserve to rest and relax. This is a perfect little reset for the body, just to bring stillness, to bring some calm, to tell our nervous system that we're okay. We don't need to be in fight or flight. We can simply just rest, and that is enough. Maybe start to notice if you can hear any sounds around you. I can hear the birds chirping in the trees, and it's gorgeous. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Don't worry, I'm still here. I just want to give you a bit of time to relax, a bit of time away from me chatting on. Yin is a really nice time just to be silent, be still, connect to yourself, to your breath. Taking an inhale through the nose and then exhale out. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. One more inhale and exhale. Before we start to move, I want you just to think about moving, think about coming out of our child's pose and then gently peeling the body up from the bolster. No rush. You can hang there for a little bit longer, or you can come into a little rebound pose. That's just anything that feels good for your body right now. I'm going to just move the bolster away and show you where we're headed to next. So we're coming to sit on our bums. Here we're going to have the legs wide, and that might be literally just so there's enough width in between them to place the bolster, or it might be a little bit wider. Again, no pressure to push yourself. This is a super restorative class. We are not here to kind of get into splits or anything crazy. So once our legs are spread, we're going to grab that bolster. An option here to have it in a few different ways. If you've got brick blocks, we can use these brick blocks to help support the bolster. Bring them into a little T shape on kind of whatever setting works for you. And then prop your bolster or cushion up. Bring the arms maybe in front of it. I don't know if you got that, if that was super muffled on the microphone, but maybe we bring the arms round and hug the bolster, dropping the head. Maybe we remove the blocks, or we still have the blocks under just to prop it up a little bit more. We bring our bolster and we kind of just dump our head into the top, just so we get a gentle curve of the spine, and maybe we hug it here as well. Maybe the bolster's flat and we just come to let the head hang heavy. The choice is yours. There is no right, there is no wrong. Like I said before, just make yourself as comfortable as possible here. And you might be like, Kate, none of these are comfortable for me. There will be something, I promise you. Maybe we have a slight bend in the knees. Maybe we're propping loads of cushions up on top of each other. We kind of just want a little curvature in the spine, a slight hinge in the hips forward, dropping the head and just letting it hang heavy. And we're going to be here for the next 3 minutes. And just take a breath to settle. Inhale and exhale. Releasing the jaw, relaxing the fingers, relaxing the toes, just letting the head hang heavy, letting gravity do all of the work here for us. And just noticing any sensations we might feel in the body. In yin, we really don't want to be pushing ourselves into anything uncomfortable. Yin is all about finding relaxation, about finding space in the body, not forcing ourselves into shapes or poses. We're here to relax and to release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we feel the backs of the ribs expand through that back body, and then as we exhale, we feel them fall. We're here for 1 more minute. Inhale and exhale.
inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Before you start to move, just start to think about moving. Before we slowly, gently walk our bodies up, bringing ourselves up from the bolster. See, even I'm getting sleepy now. I'm like, yin is so relaxing to me. I'm ready to go to bed now. So for our next pose, and after this one, again, another little rebound you can do before we move on to our next pose. We can bring the legs together and then just a gentle windscreen wiper, the legs from side to side. As we were rounded through the back, we could really push through the chest here, lift the gaze. Do whatever feels good in your body. Maybe we just come into a little egg shape and just give ourselves a big squeeze. Just a moment for you to do whatever you feel like you need to do. For our next pose, no rush to get there. We're going to bring our legs into a bit of a 90-90 pose. And it doesn't have to be exact. If it doesn't feel uncomfortable, bring your feet as close or as far away from your body as feels good. We're going to grab that trusty bolster or cushion or blanket or jumper or whatever you have to our hands. I can't think of my words. See, I'm so sleepy. What's wrong with me? We're going to bring this and just prop it. Either we can start at this hip that the front leg is at, or we can bring it round to wherever feels good. For me, I like to have like a little twist in the body here. It's really nice for me, but if that feels a bit off, we can place it at the knee, so we're just draping the body forwards. Or if that really doesn't feel good, we can just bring the bolster to the front and just bring ourselves forward. We're still getting that hinge at the hips, we're still getting that bit of a hip opener here, but it's your choice whether you choose to add that little spinal twist, the rotation in as well. And we just bring our bodies down to the mat here, down to the bolster. And just close the eyes. I need to face this way, but usually I like my head facing the other way, so it's a full spinal rotation. But I don't want to crush the microphone, and I need to check my watch for timings. So we're going to be here for 3 minutes. And just take some time to settle, take your time to make yourself comfortable. It might not have been as easy to get yourself comfortable as it looked for me, but I do this all the time, so I know where I like to be. So feel free to have a shuffle around. And then close the eyes down. Settle into the body, the breath. Unclench the jaw. Relax the fingertips. Let the shoulders drop. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale.
Taking a nice deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. And just slowly, gently, with no rush, start to think about moving before we move. And then gently walk the body up, coming up to a seated position, bringing the legs together, and again, option to windscreen wiper, option just to move however feels good for you after that deer pose. And then whenever you're ready, taking it to the other side, so opposite leg parallel to the edge of the mat, 90-90, bringing the bolster, the cushion, the blanket, the jumper, whatever we have, out either to that front hip, knee, maybe shin, either having that rotation in the body or keeping the body nice and straight in front of us, having the feet as close to the body or as far away as feels comfortable. And then and then gently we're gonna just drape the body down to the bolster, cushion, pillow, jumper, blanket. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. I'm trying to be really cautious not to crush the mic so you can still hear me yabbering away. And again, take a few moments to find that comfort, find that stillness, find that place of rest and relaxation that feels good to you. And just know that one side might feel slightly different to the other side. It's not a good or bad thing, just one side is different. And settling the body to stillness. Observing the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Are we taking nice deep breaths? Or are they short, sharp breaths? I want you to see if we can lengthen every exhale. Just tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system. Telling our bodies that we're safe, that we're okay, that we don't need to be in that fight or flight. We can take this moment to rest and relax and be still. Like I said, we all deserve time for rest, for stillness, for relaxation. Inhale and exhale. And taking a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Start to think about moving before we move. Then slowly, gently, just pushing yourself back up to seated. And again, nice little counter pose, whatever feels good for you. Just having a little wiggle, a little move. Maybe that's just a moment of stillness. Our next and final pose is going to be our Shavasana, our corpse pose. Option here, I'm going to give you two options, to either have your bolster, blanket, jumper, whatever you've got, cushion, under your knees as we lie down. So it will look a little like this. Or option to make it a little bit more of a heart opener, have that bolster right behind our bums, straight down the mat. Then we're going to just extend the body over the bolster, maybe arms out to the side, opening that chest up, lengthening the legs down the mat, or having them back as we started in that butterfly. The choice is yours. And again here, we can also have one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, however you feel comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling, closing down the eyes if it feels safe. Inhale and exhale. Coming to settle to stillness. Knowing that simply being here, simply being is enough. Nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing to change. You are already whole as you are. And just being still, being with the breath, being with the body is all you need to do. You might be finding that hard, you might be finding that extra bit of stillness uncomfortable. But maybe think, reflect, why? Is it because you don't give yourself enough time to do this? Is it because you're not used to it? Maybe it's your brain subconsciously telling you that you need more relaxation, more stillness, more rest. I'm just going to leave you here. Know that you can stay here for as long as you like. I don't want to rush you out of this final pose, so I am going to just let you move and come back whenever you feel like it. So just want to thank you so much for practicing with me, for trusting me with your time. And I hope you've enjoyed it.